thought I would do a little bit of a week review today. It's technically Sunday, but this is my Saturday video because I'm filming this as a classic at the end of the day. And one thing I wanted to really cover after reviewing all of the videos that I had made this week, where I was posting in the morning to stay accountable to waking up and getting to my desk and committing to getting to work, is that actually, even though I was getting to my desk fairly late in the day, in the latter half of the week, was actually fairly successful in my ability to commit to getting to work, which has always been the primary problem in my ability to get enough hours in the day. But there's this other thing that I think is perpetually frustrating me. There's this nebulous blockage that is very psychological when it comes to filming videos, and I don't 100% know what that is. And because of that, I can see through my time tracking that I am extremely productive in other areas of my work. But the one area that is continually blocked is the major bottleneck that is yet to be unblocked, which is how do I make it easy for me to have a lot of hours just filming stuff? The problem that I'm having is that while I have optimized the rest of my life, if I am not putting in any hours or very few hours into filming, I will continue to just hamper my ability to really have high quality productive output. And that's something that I have to really face now. This week has shown me that all of the systems are running at almost perfect capacity. And while I'm still extremely tired from the sleep schedule change, and maybe I am getting a little bit sick, the main thing that is the problem is when I review the hours that I've done this week, the amount of time I've been able to dedicate to just filming videos is extremely low. And I can tell there is this nebulous barrier that's causing me to not be able to do that. And so that is the problem that I really need to tackle. I think that there are a few things, just as hypotheses, that are causing this. The first one is that I am nervous about being wrong. I think the difference between these videos and the videos that I make on Arts and Progress is that there is a factual element to the videos. And that factual element is something that I am always nervous about, because while I feel like I have done the research and I have spent a lot of time trying to understand the different areas or the domains that I'm trying to understand in order to make the video, there is always this looming fear that I have not understood the thing, or I have misunderstood it, or I'm going to perpetuate a myth or a misconception. And part of that means that I have this instinct to continue to research and not commit anything to the video. And that is a really important barrier to try to figure out how to mitigate. Part of it is probably a level of imposter syndrome that I'm just not really addressing or accepting of myself. I think the other thing that this could be all about is something that I am trying to improve and work on, which is I'm just not happy with the way that the shots look, but I am much more happy with how they look as a result of the way this week has gone, because the first few days I'd worked on this production binder, and actually I've been able to figure out a bunch of shots that feel creatively inspired a little bit. I still feel like they're pretty bland, but they are enough for me to start shooting. So those are my two hypotheses. I think there is probably a secret third hypothesis that I haven't quite figured out, but I think that I need to work through these mental barriers in order to just get to the point where I can just really shoot videos fast. And I think this is the final hurdle. I think that if I can get through the shooting part of all of the problems that I have been dealing with for the last year and trying to problem solve, I will be able to finally unlock a incredible level of output. And this is the real key that I think I've been pushing towards almost for the entirety of 2025 and pushing into 2026. Ultimately, what I've been doing for the entirety of 2025 has been this great project of just facing every single problem and trying to systematically tackle what the barriers are. And then once that's tackled, revealing the next problem that's causing me to not be able to do the things that would ultimately lead me to achieve my goals. And there's a bunch of work that I've done in order to get here. And one of them is to start doing things in public like this. But I really, really feel like while I am incredibly frustrated by the fact that I'm still not able to just start to shoot videos, there is some mental barrier that's causing me to just be just very close to being able to easily start shooting. There is something that's stopping me. I feel like I am on the precipice of solving it. And if I was to solve this, I think I would get to the point where I can just really start going. And I think it's going to be incredible. So I am pretty disappointed with how the week has gone in one way, which is that the second half of the week was a little bit of a nightmare and I didn't get the shooting that I wanted to get done. But on the other hand, I feel extremely optimistic that we are almost there. And while this might be the hardest challenge, trying to figure out what it is that's causing me from preventing me to just start shooting, it feels like one of the final challenges that I am trying to face until I get to a point where I can just start shooting stuff and my output will just rapidly increase. But I'm not sure what the next step is and what I need to do in order to solve the next challenge. So that is going to be something that maybe I examine tomorrow and report back. Tomorrow is also, ironically, one of the only days that I have in the next foreseeable future that is fairly free for me to just rest. And I am super excited to do that. And also just maybe evaluate some bits and bobs like this, and also do my laundry and then the rest of the stuff that you would want to do on a Sunday. So those are my thoughts for today. I think we're on the precipice of great things, but it's very frustrating to not be there yet and be at the final hurdle. Who knows? Maybe there's another hurdle behind this one that I can't see, but I really hope that this is one of the final hurdles, at least of this period of time. Yeah, those are my thoughts for today.